Hello everybody, my name is Tabby and I'm a liar. It's Tuesday, July 14th, by the way, 2020. And if you saw my last reading vlog, I was talking about becoming a minimalist, which is still ongoing, like it's still a thing. But I was talking about selling my albums, but then I took them out of the box and put them back on my shelves, and I was like, yeah, no, these are staying. These are staying. I'm not selling them. In fact, I actually bought another one, and it came in the mail. So I tried. At least I had like the thought of getting rid of them, right? This is the album. It's first two by JJ Project, which is Jin Young and JB from GOT7, one of my faves. And I'm just happy. I'm really happy about it. It's really pretty and I love them so much. And I know that there's not a lot of GOT7 fans, so I won't be talking about them for too long, don't worry. But I got so many things in the album. Jin Young lyric card, love it. Jin Young poster. And 3 Jin Young photo cards, one being a translucent one. Freaking love it. So I'm happy. We're all happy. And it's even better because Jin Young and JB are my biases from GOT7. So the whole photo book is just all of my biases and I'm blessed. This is great. I'm so excited and I can't wait to fit it on my K-pop shelf. Hello. Look at how beautiful she is. Look at my light stick. Just love it. Anyway, let's talk about reading because that's a thing that I've been doing and I'm having a blast, okay? I'm really having a blast. So I started listening to a new audiobook today. Wow. As you know, I DNF'd Not the Girl You Marry because it was just very like bland and wasn't really standing out and I was kind of bored. But then I started listening to Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I wanted to read it on like ebook style, but then I just decided to start listening to the audiobook and I am so happy that I did because the narrator is British or using a British accent. And I don't know about you guys, but everything is just more entertaining when there's like a British accent involved. And I don't know what the science is behind that, but it is a fact. So this is so much fun. I'm loving this and wow, it's just great. I think, it's like 10 hours long, 10 and change, and I'm already 3 hours, 50 minutes in, 48 seconds. So yeah, I freaking love this. Chloe Brown is a bigger, black, beautiful woman, and she also has a disability where she not really depends, but like she does need help sometimes but from her family to do things or to make sure that she doesn't get hurt. I forget what she has because I'm listening to this and not seeing the words in front of me. Her actual like disorder or disability, I can't remember, but I will try to figure that out and put it on the screen. But it's very interesting and I don't think I've ever actually read a book where the main character has like a disability, like an actual disability where she is unable to do certain things or needs help doing them. So that was like, wow, I don't think I've read this. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but oh my gosh, it's so good. The accents, and I just finished the part where they are sending the emails back and forth and it's just, I love it so much. And my ebook, this is my e-reader that I love so much. Like, I am out of my slump and guys, like, it feels freaking good. It feels good. Oh, I love it. Don't know which accent I'm trying to do, but I've been listening to Chloe Brown, so I'm doing something. It's always been my dream to be able to do accents of all kinds, like Australian. Okay, so I'm reading The Body by Stephen King, which I think I already talked about, but it is the book that inspired Stand By Me, one of my favorite books of all freaking time. And this is my first Stephen King experience, and it is like a shorter book. It's a novella, and I freaking love this. The nostalgia is just okay, and everything that was in the movie is in the books, and just like, wow. I love it. And also something that I noticed, and if Stephen King does this in all of his books, then I definitely need to read more of his books. But so far in this book, he mentions Cujo, which I know is another book, and I think it's been turned into a movie about that rabid dog. And I think he also mentions Georgie from It, because there's a scene where this guy is driving down the street and it's raining and he sees a kid in a yellow raincoat jumping in all the petals, and all I can think of is Georgie from It in the rain. I love it. So that's that, and it's great, and I freaking love it. I think this might be a new favorite book of mine because for some reason I really love stories that take place in this time period, like the 50s or the 60s, and that center on young tween teen kids, usually like young boys between like 12 and 15, and them just out on their own without technology that we have in the early 2000s, and like between the 50s and the like mid 90s, that time period where technology wasn't really that prominent. That I love it. And I love it when they're like kids just going out and finding adventure and discovering things they're not supposed to discover and going through like life lessons together. That's why I love The Outsiders, and I loved It, and I love this, and I love The Goonies. And also, if you don't know what The Body is about or Stand By Me, it's about this group of kids from the 60s who 60s or is it 50s? Frick, I don't even know. Anyway, they find out that this kid got hit by a train and his body is somewhere out by the tracks, like yonder, and they decide to go find the body because nobody knows where the body is. They only know because one of their brothers, they overheard one of the brothers talking about how they found it, but then they don't want to tell the cops because they stole the car. So the kids are gonna go find it and like claim fame, and yeah, they're on the hunt for the body, and it's just a good old time. I am also reading Winter's Crime, and I think I was calling it Winter's Curse in my last vlog, but Winter's Crime by Marie Rutkowski, which is book 2 in the Winter's Curse series, the Winter's Trilogy, book 2. And it's been a long time since I read Winter's Curse, so there are some things I was confused about, but overall it's a pretty fast-moving plot, and I'm reading it because I recently watched Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I was randomly watching one of her videos where she talks about all of her favorite books that she discovered through BookTube, and this series is one of them. So, ooh, hey, messy room. Oh, actually, my room's not that bad. Anyway, this is one of them, and she likes this second book specifically because it's very angsty, and I love some angst. So here I am reading this book, and it's actually pretty good. Like, it's pretty angsty. Anyway, that is that on that. Also, I'm gonna start reading Heart and Soul again because my friend finally caught up. So now I'm gonna get back into the zone with that book, and I'm so excited. But I think I need to focus on these books more because they are going to be returned to the library soon. I think I have like 6 days for Stand By Me, or sorry, The Body and Winter's Crime, and then 4 days for Chloe Brown, which I can finish pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I get to go read my K-pop book again. Woo! Anyways, yeah, that's the update for that. Hello everyone, it is Friday, July 17th, and it's been pretty busy a couple of days. I haven't done much reading, but I did finish Get a Life Chloe Brown, and it was amazing. It is definitely going on my favorites of 2020. I don't even care. It was so good. Actually, I have to enter it into my reading tracker. I forgot to do that. But oh my god, you guys, this book was so good. Okay. I think I mentioned that I listened to it on audiobook, and the narrator was so good. It's a girl, and her voice for the male character was so good. It was so good. I don't know what's been happening with the past few audiobooks, but the audiobook I was trying to listen to, I ended up DNFing it, but it was for Not the Girl You Marry. That narrator was also really good doing the guy's voice, to like the point where I thought, is this two narrators, or like what's going on? It's magical. But wow, it was great. And frick, I need Dani Brown right now. And Eve Brown, what's it called? Act Your Age, Eve Brown. Oh, I'm so excited. I mentioned that the main character, Chloe, she has a disability, and she has fibromyalgia. I can never say it. I don't even really know what it is. She has fibromyalgia, which is a disorder characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain accompanied by fatigue, sleep, memory, and mood issues. So that's what our main character suffers from. And I realized that this is my first time reading a book where the main character has like a disability that is like actually affects her life. And a lot of it was pretty relatable in a way, not really, but like some certain things that she would say was pretty relatable, because not that I have a disability or anything like that, but I do have a disorder, and I have a nerve disorder. So my nerves are very sensitive, and I get like my arms and fingers and toes and feet, even like my face will go numb sometimes for weeks, days, weeks, months. Like you never know when the feeling will come back, but it's pretty annoying. I wouldn't say it's like a disability, but it is a disorder and does cause pain. And there was like one specific scene where she talked about how opening jars and stuff hurts. Girl, me too, okay? Because nerve pain, so when I'm opening something, especially like water bottles, plastic water bottles that have the ridges, if I have trying to open that, it really feels like somebody's taking a cheese grater to the palm of my hand and like scraping my skin off. Like that is how much it hurts, and I cannot do it. And people think that I can't open it because I'm weak, so I'll ask somebody to open it, and they're like, what are you talking about? It was so easy. Are you so weak? It's open. And I'm like, it's not because it's too tightly closed, it's because my skin is peeling off, even though in reality it's not. But it really feels like it's getting grated off, and it hurts so much. But yeah, I related to that, but that was like the only thing I could relate to in terms of like her disability, because I don't have a disability, but it's pretty interesting. Oh my gosh, is my plant dying over there? Because those leaves are looking limp. Yikes, I shouldn't own plants because I am not a good plant mom. Is the other plant dying? My other plant's fine. Why is that one dying? Anyways, yeah, other than that, I haven't been reading much because, yeah, just been busy planning a birthday party for my mother, which is, wow, like, I don't like planning. It's a lot. It's expensive, and just there's so much to make sure that happens and gets done, but it's gonna be fun. The party is tomorrow. It should be fun. It's like a little gathering, so it's not too crazy, but I am not a planner. Let me just say that. Okay, I also have a package. I got a package in the mail, and I just love how the last video I was like, I'm unhauling 60 books, and I'm not gonna buy anything, and I'm gonna be a minimalist. And then this week, I unpackaged a new album, even though I said I'm selling my albums. Big lie. And I'm also unboxing a book. Like, liar. I'm a liar. I don't know why I try. But it is only one book, and it is a book that I have already read, and it is the one book that I have been missing from my collection because it's a part of a series, and it's like halfway through the series, the book that I never got to actually purchase. So I'm finally completing it. So I don't have to read it because I've already read it. But this is one of my favorite series of all time, and literally nobody talks about it. I remember they talked about the first book a long time ago when it was still like a standalone, because I think later on the author decided to add more books to it. I have the package and I'm so excited. Okay, I think it's this way. You can see. Oh my gosh. I finally have Beautiful Burn by Jamie Maguire, and this is part of the Maddox Brothers series, and this is one of my favorite books from the series, so it was like a crime that I didn't own it, and now I own it. So now I have the whole series, and I am such a happy camper. If you don't know the series I'm talking about, you'll probably know the first book, which was Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire. This was so popular back in the day, and people either loved it or they hated it because, when did this even come out? Oh, 2011. Okay. Yeah, this got some mixed reviews. Pretty mixed, and for good reason, because it is not an NA romance, but the relationship isn't the healthiest, and it is kind of problematic. It does have a very controlling alpha male figure, like, as the guy, and he's pretty crazy and maybe even like emotionally abusive, but not like abusive, but like very controlling with his words, even though, I don't know, it's just not what you want in a real life relationship. But to read about it and the like, what's it called, tension that it creates, and just everything is so entertaining, and I love it. But I know that it's not like a good relationship to have in real life. But man, it's great to read about. I can tell you that. I love it so much. So that's Beautiful Disaster, the first book. Then you have Walking Disaster, which is the same story, but with the guy's point of view, with the guys telling it. And I didn't think I was going to like it, but it's just great. It's equally as good because you're getting such different, I love it. And then, of course, the guy has brothers. So the next book after that are centering around his brothers. So you have Beautiful Oblivion, Beautiful Redemption, Beautiful Sacrifice, such a good one, Beautiful Burn, the one I was missing, but I finally have it, and the last one, Beautiful Funeral, which I kind of try to forget that it exists because it's pretty garbage, but it's got some good stuff in it. But overall, it's like, really, I could have done without this. But these books, I love them. I love them so much. Anyway, I think that is all I have to update you guys. I will probably update you guys tomorrow night after the birthday party, or maybe I'll vlog some of the party, I don't know. But yeah, I haven't done any other reading, even though I have only 3 days left on my 2 ebooks before those get returned to the library. And it's The Body and Winter's Crime. So I need to finish at least one of them because I don't want to have to take them out again just to finish them. Yeah. Everybody, it is Sunday, July 19th, and it's like 11 a.m. and I'm just in my bed, and I'm too lazy to sit up and prop my camera up and do all that, so I'm just in my bed for this update. Last night was my mom's birthday party, and I would say it was a success. It was a little stressful in the beginning, but overall it was a success. Oh my gosh, my tummy's rumbling. It started at 6 p.m. and people did not leave until like 1:30-ish in the morning. So we went hard and we went long and it was great. There was 80 jello shots and there wasn't even 15 people, and half of those people were driving, so they didn't even participate in the jello shots, but somehow all 80 jello shots were gone, plus other drinks that were had, and it was just a blast. And I bought cupcakes, as you saw in the vlog, and rice and peas and jerk chicken, like Jamaican food. It was great. It was a good time, and it was really long though, and I'm not really a social butterfly, so I like parties, but not for that long. But it was my family, and we're always partying and like getting together, so it wasn't like friends that I had to entertain. It was just family, so it was fine if I like lied down on the couch because I was tired. And it was my mom's party anyway, so she was like the host of it. So yeah, it was a good time. But I didn't get to read anything, and my 2 ebooks expire tomorrow. Or is it later today? I don't know, but they're expiring soon. And it's The Winner's Crime and The Body. I'm on chapter 19 of The Body, and I think I can finish it today because there's only 34 chapters and it's a shorter book. I think like the actual book's like, it's like a novella kind of thing. So it's pretty short. So I'm going to finish that. I'm reading it right now. I'm reading it on my e-reader or my tablet. These are the stickers I put on there. And I just love it so much. Like I said, it's based off of the Stand By Me movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, and Chris Chambers is like my favorite character. The main character is Gordy, but Chris Chambers is definitely the star. And I remember I had such a crush on him from the movies when I was little because he's played by River Phoenix, and I loved River Phoenix. And it's just like, I'm so sad that he's like not alive anymore, because I feel like he would be one of those great actors if he was still alive. He would be so like, I don't know, I feel like he would just be like a Leonardo DiCaprio kind of actor who's so good and in so many different things and so versatile. But unfortunately he passed away, and it's so sad. And especially this character Chris Chambers is like a sad character to read about because he's come from such a crappy family, and he just wants to escape that family, and he just wants to cut all ties because his family is full of drunks. His brother is in prison for raping a girl. His dad is so abusive, and because of his bad reputation, like the family's bad reputation, people just have very low expectations of him, and he can't catch a break, and he just wants to cut ties with them, start over where nobody knows him, so he doesn't have any black marks against him. And he's only 12, and he's already like, I don't know, I'm just really sad about him, especially because I do know the ending of it. Like, I know his ending. Freaking Chris Chambers, man, I love him. Anyway, the book, it's amazing. I love it. And I think, what did I see? Okay, so I didn't know that Derry, Maine was a fictional place. I thought it was real. It's not. And apparently Stephen King's like main big it's called the Trinity towns that he has made up is Derry, Maine, Castle Rock, which is where The Body takes place, and Jerusalem's Lot, or I think Jerusalem's Lot is the same as Salem's Lot. I think Salem's Lot is just the short form because it's Salem, you know. I don't know, but it just makes me want to read more of his books because they keep talking and referencing things that I know are from other books of his. So I have no idea where to start on the Stephen King journey because I know it's so long. I only own one book of his, and that is it. And I also own a short story collection, which includes the short story 1408, which is a movie that I really like with John Cusack about that hotel room that's really haunted. So I might give that short story collection a try. But yeah, so far for my first Stephen King, I'm really enjoying it. and I'm excited to see what else I will like from him. So if you have read Stephen King and have a favorite or want to recommend a Stephen King book to read, please leave some suggestions down below because I'm into it. Okay? Yeah, so my mom's best friend was at the party yesterday, and she's always getting books for me. Not buying them, but just her daughter works at a book distribution warehouse, so her daughter is always getting free books, and they both know that I love books, so they always put a bunch of books aside for me. And yesterday my mom's best friend came with like 4 or 5 books. I don't remember. They're downstairs, so I will show you, like in the next clip I'll show you the books. But she brought those, and I just love how in my last vlog I was getting rid of so many books, and in this vlog I bought a book and I was given 5 more books, so that's great. Okay, so I went down and I got the books, and there are 5 books here, and I'm just going to start with the one that I know that I'm not keeping. I'm not even going to include it in my haul video because I'm just not going to keep it at all. So it's The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman, which I know is a very popular book, and I forget what was the movie also called what's the series called? Oh, His Dark Materials. Yeah. So yeah, there was once upon a time where I was interested in this book, but the time has since passed and I'm not interested whatsoever, so I'm not gonna keep this. But the other ones I'm gonna keep. The first one is A Piece of Cake by Cupcake Brown, which is a memoir, and I've never read a memoir before. The next is pretty popular. It's The Woman in the Window, and it's already a film. Is it out yet? I don't know, but there's a movie on the way or already out, and it's by A.J. Finn. I have An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen, and I have The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine, which sounds pretty interesting. So they're all like psychological thrillers or some kind of thriller mystery vibe, except for the Cupcake one. And I'm pretty excited because I do want to read more adult books, I do want to read more standalones, I do want to read more thrillers, and these tick off the boxes for all of that. So those are the books that my mom's friend brought me yesterday. Yeah, that's that. I'm going to actually film my haul right now so I don't have any excuse for it. I'm gonna do my makeup. I feel like I need to start looking pretty in my videos, not for just for my own sake, just so that I can feel like I'm looking good, because I'm never one who worries about putting makeup on and looking good in the video. But I see so many people dress up in their videos and do their face up and do their hair, and I really like that look, so I'm gonna try it even though I hate it, but whatever, do it for the video. Okay, so I know I said this is the last that was the last clip, but I started reading The Body again, and I am very confused and shocked a little bit, because there is the use of the N-word, fully, just so, I don't even it's just so randomly there. There is no black people in this book. There was definitely no black people in this scene. For if there was a black person there, this takes place in the 60s. If that was used, that would be understandable. I would be less shocked. But there was no black people. There was no mention of black people. They weren't even talking about that. There's just somebody just said black N-word, and I'm like, I'm so lost. Like, I don't understand why. So the scene is like they're camping in the woods, and the main guy, Gordy, is having a nightmare that he's being drowned, but it ends up like that he's being pulled underwater because somebody grabs his calf. But it turns out that it's Teddy who's trying to wake him up because they heard like something in the night, and now they're doing shifts so that they can keep an eye out on whoever was making that noise. So Teddy is waking up by shaking him by the calf. That's how he wakes up. And the first thing he says is, "Teddy, are you alive?" And freaking Teddy says, "No, I'm dead, and you're a black N-word." And that was the line. I don't know why. It's so random. I mean, it fits the character because he's always saying ridiculous things, but like, it didn't need to go that far. Like, damn, I don't understand. It's so not necessary. It's never necessary in any book, but sometimes you will understand why it's being used, maybe because like the time period it's in, or the context, or like the people in the book. Like, I can see this character saying that to somebody, but like, why is it even in this scene at all? Like, it's so random, so unnecessary. I don't even, like, is that supposed to be, like, I don't even know if it was supposed to be like a diss. Like, I'm dead and you're a black N-word. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what it means, why it's there, what is it supposed to be. Man, I don't know. And I don't know, like, I've never seen it, but I know that people have said that Stephen King is racist and all this other stuff. I've never seen it. I don't really follow him on Twitter, but people are saying that, and I guess I just stumbled across the first piece of proof. And yeah, that sucks, but that wasn't in the movie. But it's just so freaking random because it just does not fit it does not fit at all anywhere in the scene, in the story, in anything. So, and they didn't even like address it. Like, that was just the end, because this story is Gordy. He's like an adult now, and he's telling the story from when he was 12. And so he'll talk about, like, he'll tell the story, and then he'll be like, years later I found out that blah blah blah, or that would never happen now because this, that, and the other. So it would make sense if, when he was telling that story and Teddy said that line, if he would like talk in the present tense as his older self and say something about it, but he didn't. I don't know. It's just so weird. It just, what the heck, man? What the heck? I don't get it. It's, I don't know. I just don't know. It's something else. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, that's the end of the clip. That's the end of the vlog. Bye.